So hey guys, it's been a pretty busy week here. We've been hauling a lot of stuff out of the garden, getting it all preserved. With that, we tackled our onions and our potatoes just recently, and got us wanting to improve a little bit on how we store our potatoes. So that's the project for today. So this is definitely not going to be a how-to video. It's going to be a little bit of a play it by ear. We're going to go dig through some of my wood pile here, see what we got laying around. I know I got a bunch of 2x2s and I got a bunch of other random scrap I'll shove over here in the corner. Usually when there's construction projects or they're taking down old barns and stuff, I try to get my hands on some of that wood. You know, you gotta chat with them, make sure it's okay to take it. A lot of times before they come empty the dumpster, they'll give you the thumbs up and you can go pick through there. And part of the reason I do that is you never know what kind of projects you could use them on, as well as not the green treated wood, but a lot of like the pine 2x4s. You can use those. They're usually pretty straight grain. Split them up and have kindling and stuff, especially if there's little small scraps and stuff. So that's usually what we use them for. But like I said, there's no plans behind this. We're gonna go take a look inside, measure out a couple of things, and try to put something together and see what we end up with. So let me show you guys a little bit of our current setup, I guess. So we're down in our basement right now, underneath the stairs. It's sort of a big storage area. You can kind of see some of the brewing stuff here. You can see a bunch of totes back there. It's got a lot of holiday stuff. And the temperatures stay very consistent here year round. Even when we get into the wood heat season, our house can get relatively warm. But this area stays nice and cool because there's no heat ducts or anything like that that comes in here. So this tends to be the place where we store a lot of our potatoes, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, especially if we start getting stuff that goes back into this area back here. You gotta get down on your hands and knees, pull that stuff out. So the plan is to be able to organize something here, some sort of like bookshelf on caster wheels type thing that allows the potatoes to breathe. We can get it out of the way if we need to haul something big out of here, as well as not have to get down on our hands and knees to be able to access some of that stuff. So after doing measurements, I'm going to want to keep this probably no taller than 3 feet. That gives me a little bit of leeway with the caster wheels. I have some pretty shorter caster wheels. Probably not ideal for this project, but they're rated for 90 pounds, and I think with the wood and the weight of potatoes, we'll probably be pretty close to that. But I guess we'll see what happens. Since 3 feet, I might as well just stay with 3 feet, so I was thinking 3 feet long. And I'm going to try to keep it about 12 inches wide. That way, you know, I already got some stuff in that walkway. If I keep it at 12 inches, it still gives you enough room to walk up and down that aisle with this sitting on the side, so you can easily access the potatoes. But if you need to get it out of the way, of course, you know, I'll have the wheels to do so. I was thinking about 4 shelves probably in total, spaced, you know, 8 to 10 inches apart, something like that. I was originally thinking I could use some poultry wire or something going across the shelves. I was a little worried. One, I don't have probably enough to get the job done. 2, it's like trying to get that to look somewhat neat and tidy. And 3, you know, if I have to go buy some, you know, just the cost of it is a little bit higher. At the hardware store, they sell these, like, I think they're called slats. They almost look like shims, these little kind of skinny things, but they're not tapered at all, and they come in 4-foot lengths, and you get a big bundle for like $6 or $7. I have a handful of those laying around. And I should be able to cut those up and then lay those going across, and then just leave a little bit of space in between each one. That way it doesn't allow the smaller potatoes to fall through, but allows enough air to circulate through as well. And then for the shelf, I was also thinking about putting some sort of like lip on the outside edges. That way it helps prevent any potatoes from rolling out. So this is kind of what I quickly drafted up here. This is what I'm thinking. I'm sure you could probably do something a lot better, nicer, cooler than this if you had some money to dump into this project and wanted to make it a little bit more of a showcase type thing. So I got my boards cut. Like I said, I'm kind of winging this here. So what I'm thinking is I got some 2x4s here that I'm gonna run on the bottom, sort of like sled rails, or and that's where I'll actually attach my caster wheels to, which then allow them to rotate and move around. I just want all that weight distributed across that. Then I got these boards here that I found. They're 12 inches wide. They're a little thick, but I think it'll be all right. This hopefully will be something that lasts quite a long time. Then what I'll do is I'll run my shelves using these 2x2s. So I'll show you my first challenge already without putting too big of plans into place. I mean, going back and forth, looking at the supplies I have, trying to figure out some way I can build sort of walls on the side. That way I prevent the potato from rolling out. And something like this, it's just too skinny to drive a screw through. I could maybe use like a brad nailer or something like that and hold it in place. But I think what I'm going to do is just continue with what I got here, but instead, you know, I'll put the nails in, hold it in place, and then I'll flip it upside down and then use the 2x2 to actually stop the potato from rolling out. Of course, I'm losing a little bit of space, and now I'm looking at this. I wish this was a little bit bigger than it is, but it is what it is now. You know, I've already cut it. So it's something to think about size-wise. I guess we'll see what happens in the end, but I guess I could always go back and use this for onions or something else down the road in the future. So I'm looking for a little feedback here. As I've been working through this, I've been thinking, well, how do I finish? Do I throw a little stain and a polyurethane on there, rub some boiled linseed oil? Is polyurethane even food grade, you know? And I'm sure boiled linseed oil has the potential of getting soaked up by the potato. So the route I'm thinking of going right now is just leave it all natural, give it a good sanding at the end, spray it off with the air compressor. But at the same time, potatoes hold moisture. If a potato potentially molds, that mold could get into the grain of the wood. So I'm not really quite sure, and I'm looking for your guys' suggestion. If enough of you guys say, yeah, you probably should add some sort of coating of some sort, maybe I'll go back and address that. And if so, what type of product do you guys recommend that would be food grade for this type of project? So good timing. It just got done raining again. It looks like we have a little block here, but some potentially more rain coming. But I'm excited. We're gonna hurry up, get this thing inside. We'll throw some potatoes on it and see how it works. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty easy project. It didn't turn out too bad for just winging it. I think the one complaint I have is I wish it was a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. And maybe next time as we stumble down that road, we'll build something larger and then maybe utilize this one for onions. One thing that we are hoping to do this winter is spend some time and build a lot more storage in our basement, shelving and some of that, design some of that stuff, mostly based around our canning stuff. We have a lot of it in one room, but it is spewing out in other areas. We'd like to get it all in one central location. And if we decide that this isn't the best place to have our potatoes, it's a very easy thing to just move. So anyways, I thought I would share this with you guys. Maybe inspire you to get out and build something like that for yourself. Really a pretty easy project, and I'm guessing if you had to go out and buy a lot of supplies, it really wouldn't be that bad. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.